What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to CM Aviation. Hope you all have a fantastic day today. And today we're going to be taking a look at a really cool InFlight 200 aircraft here. This is going to be the Boeing 707-300 for Tinker Air Force Base. A really cool InFlight 200. This is actually Plane Spotter DK's, and I actually want to welcome him on for today's video. How's it going, man? Welcome aboard. Been a while, dude, so glad to have you back, and really cool pickup that you got here, and thanks for letting us review it today. So this is a really nice model. He got it on a airplane shop discount. They had a huge summer blowout sale. I think he got it for around $50, which is a wonderful price. So 60 was shipping total, so definitely very much worth the investment, and I believe he said that he really liked it. So let's go ahead and dive into all the details and see what this aircraft is all about here in the 1:200 scale. I thought about ordering from the sale, and I actually had a full cart worth, but unfortunately I was slightly after midnight Eastern time, and my credit card did not process it, so oh well. There was some cool planes in there, but at the end of the day, we need to save money for more applicable aircraft. So let's go ahead and get started. So that's true. Boeing 707-300 U.S. Air Force. Here's the CGI. It's AF810893. It's InFlight 200. I think this is an older release. We'll have to check the model aircraft database to get a more approximate time frame, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is 6, 7, 8 years old. But yeah, it doesn't function, unfortunately, but nevertheless, they did have it. So yeah, let's not waste any further time and go ahead and get into this. I've heard there's loose antennas, so I'm going to be extremely gentle with this one today. So, oh, they're in a bag. Okay, so that's where we're going to find them. So there it is, the this is the 707. Let's go ahead and get gently into this beauty. It's really nice. And yeah, he is correct. There are a couple of missing holes there, but what a gorgeous looking aircraft. So let me go ahead and get the stand to go with it. Right there. Man, the undercarriage of that's really nice too. And then lastly, over here is those pieces he was referring to. So we'll be sure to add those in here as we go. Well, let's not waste any further time. Just go ahead and get this bad boy on the stand and see what this guy's all about. So here it is, guys, the 707, and what a gorgeous aircraft it is. They did a very good job on the detail of this mold. InFlight definitely has some of the best molds in the 200 scale, there's no doubt about it, and great to see this aircraft living up to all that hype. So let's not waste any further time, go ahead and get into it as the light continues to fade here. We got to get the most quality review that we can here in reference to the effort. So let's go ahead and take a look at this beautiful aircraft. So it's just like 707, however, it's a military version. So you got the cockpit windows along with the visor piece, then you got the nose cone. You got some various pitot tube details and other panels, so nice to see that. You got a hatch up here on the top too, which is really cool. And then we're gonna be looking at the L1 door, which is quite nice. In the landing gear, these should be fixed, I believe. I don't think there's any in-flight configuration, but they do roll very nicely and have a nice little ring, kind of like a bell to them. So that's very cool. You can see the outline around the door too, which is quite nice. And then you got the antenna, which these antennas are really nicely detailed. You can see one on top, one on the bottom. Then you can also see some smaller, stubbier ones over there down the fuselage. So we'll be sure to note that as well. So awesome to see that. Let's go ahead and turn it here a little bit so you can already take a look here at the leading edge light, which is really good. And yeah, definitely a little bit simpler than what I would have expected, but I think this aircraft's probably a while old at this point, so it definitely would add up in that regard. But you got that cargo door there and a couple of windows as well, U.S. Air Force, and then those two antennas I was talking about. What I'm most impressed by on this aircraft so far, though, is definitely the engine curvature and proportions. It's really nice to see how detailed they got on the indentation there, and then we can also look at the fan blades to gain a better understanding of that, and you can definitely see the immaculate detail that they put into it. I've definitely got to figure out when this was released to understand a little bit of what I'm looking at here. So I don't believe they have it on the boxes, but very nice to see the details, and the stand's really nice too. At the United States Air Force logo up there on the top too, which looks really great. You also got the flap slats and speed brake detail there too, and then you also got the beacon as well. The stand does come out easily, it would appear, which is not particularly a terrible issue to have, so good to note that. And you got the back view there, so you can see that. You also got a beacon up there on top, which is just gorgeous and overall looks nice, as we have a backdrop that failed miserably right there, but that's all right. Okay, so for the rest of the aircraft, you can see the red outline door there halfway down, which is great to see too. You also got the stubby antenna, and then this is where we're going to insert these pieces right here in the moment. So that's definitely really nice right there. Oh, do they go? Oh, okay. I was going to say that looks kind of weird, so we can definitely add that in. But that is, oh, it's a stubby piece. Okay, there's a really stubby piece there. It looks like a hole from home, but that's a stubby piece. You can kind of see what I'm talking about. So very nice to note that right there. You got 4 windows on the back there before you have another orange outline door for the L5 door, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got another line down there too. And again, immaculate detail. There's the Oklahoma tail. You can see the US flag in the blue stripe too. So that's definitely really cool to see. horizontal stabilizers, all the other applicable details that one would expect. Top of the aircraft looks really nice too, so definitely really cool to see that. And then we can take a look at the bottom, as we're very gentle with it here, which is really detailed, so definitely want to highlight that. So again, that nose landing gear is really nice. And then you got the main landing gear with no pivoting features. Of course, they don't really pivot anyway, but you got the really great detail there on the door, along with all the other pieces too. And you got the USAF once again, and really great indentations there. Those little spec pieces are really cool. I think they're in panels, so that's great, along with the air inlets, which are actually pretty much engraved on there, which is great. You got 3 antennas here in the back and 3 cargo doors here on the left side, and also a stubby kind of Wi-Fi box-like design right there too. So that's really cool. So you said these pieces had to be glued in?
Well, they're loose, so if you put them in, since it's at an angle, they just immediately fall out.
Interesting.
If you want to go ahead and try it,
yeah, I might as well. They're not going to go anywhere. I'm just surprised that they would.
It's kind of tough.
It would be super glue required.
Carpet, so when they roll off the
right. Yeah, you don't want to lose them. Right.
Good, so.
Yeah, let's try here. Yeah, it just seems like a prong piece. It's not like it's supposed to screw in. That's really, really different. I can see how loose they are, though. That's really weird. Yeah, that's not cool whatsoever. I guess you're going to have to dab some glue and let it sit for a minute. But
that one is the best one. This one is...
Yeah, I can definitely tell.
I try to bend it a little bit, the top piece, just to make it so it can...
Right.
So it just keeps falling. It's all crooked, so...
We got it on there barely, so it's probably going to fall out if I move the tripod.
It's a great detail. I just wish they would have actually made it.
Yeah, I feel like this aircraft has to be like 10 years old or so, because I don't know why that would be a separate attachment. I've seen, like, even in one of the 400, you saw my VC25, it has that feature already engraved, so it's definitely an interesting aircraft for sure, but I think it was a really great deal regardless. The mold's really nice, and the gray color's good. And yeah, first in-flight model, so how could you ever pass it up, and the sentimental value to go with it. So it's definitely a heck of a release. Definitely recommend it. The stand's also got the great detail there, the US Air Force Boeing 707-300. It might be, and I think it seems like it's supposed to sit more flat, because my other in-flights have a piece of foam around the stand hole, so I don't know why this one doesn't exhibit that characteristic, and there it goes as I was saying that. But it's interesting that it won't properly sit in there, but you can definitely tell those prong pieces fall off quite a bit, so we'll have to work to a solution on that. But overall, it's definitely a really nice model, and I think both of us would highly recommend it if you're able to find one, but it is probably pretty rare, so go check out the... Yeah, I don't know where else you're going to get it, but definitely a great snag by you, so congratulations on getting it. And overall, what an awesome aircraft for the fleet. So we have great plans to go set up those, so we're going to have to conclude this video. So really hope all of you enjoyed this. Thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do love and love what you do. My name is Red Drive Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as Red Drive Aviation is signing off. And get one more good shot of it, because why not? There we go. All right, sweet.